Hello and welcome to another session of Groundbreakers Live. I'm your host Javed Mohammed, and I'm very honored to have with us Chandan Tanwani, who is on the Yatra tour. He's a senior applications engineer at Oracle. Chandan, welcome.
Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. And Javed, it's a nice pleasure to meet you in the Yatra program.
Absolutely.
This is the first time we are meeting, so it's my
Absolutely.
pleasure to meet you.
Yes, likewise. So you have a presentation coming up. It's called Oracle Multi-Tenant Features. It's going to be a live demo. And I thought just for the benefit of the viewers out there, just kind of give them a little preview. So first of all, help us understand what is explain to us what a multi-tenant architecture is.
Yeah, from 12C onwards, Oracle has introduced Oracle multi-tenant architecture, where we have one container database, and in which we have multiple database. We call it as the PDBs. So in multi-tenant architecture, we have single set of Oracle services, single set of Oracle processes, and we have multiple database in that. So this is what the multi-tenant architecture. So we can have multiple databases in a one database. It's a kind of a consolidation of your database.
Okay, so basically by having that, you allow multiple customers to access the same set of resources. Is that correct?
Yeah. So basically it benefits the customers, like if you are having a one single instance database and multiple servers, you can consolidate all the databases in one server.
Okay.
And you can have the same set of services and no need to change anything at the application level. So the way that you are running a single instant database, same as you are running in a multi-tenant database. But the most benefit you will get is the capital expenditure and operational expenditure. So OPEX and CAPEX, you will have benefit of that.
Got it. So basically,
and also manageability wise, it will help you a lot to consolidate your servers, consolidate your databases.
Okay, so basically, what I understand you saying is because there's benefits of capex, opex, there's benefits of cost, and there's benefit of the efficiency. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. And there is many benefits of DBAs and developers to manage the database as one, and it is very helpful to for more features that are 12C is having 18C, having 19C and 20C to manage the databases.
Okay.
So there are multiple features.
Okay. Are there anything else, like if someone's a DBA or a developer, is there anything else that you feel is important that you'll be covering in your demo, that's important things for them to know in terms of best practices or things to avoid or anything along that kind of line?
Yes, actually from 19C onwards, Oracle is giving a 3 PDBs without multi-tenant license. So that's a really
Can you
benefit
just
that
explain?
Oracle is giving. And
Sorry,
from 20,
can you just explain what a PDP is?
it's a pluggable databases.
Okay.
PDB is a pluggable databases where you have 3 PDBs. It is giving in 19C without multi-tenant cost. Earlier it was like that you have to purchase the license of multi-tenant, but in 19C onwards 3 PDBs are freely available.
Okay, so that's
and
like 3 instances of the database, yes?
3 instances of the database.
Okay, got it.
And from 20C onwards, non-CDB architecture is de-supported. So you have to learn the multi-tenant architecture, and DBAs and developers should learn how it's work and how they can manage multiple databases in a single database. So multi-database as a one, how they can manage. So there are new features that is adding on, like hot clone, refreshable PDBs, snapshot corazol. So these are the new features that I'm going to cover in this demo, and will explain how we can get the benefit of this.
Okay. So when you have like multiple people using the same resource, and I don't want to get too much into security, but you can have these issues of like noisy neighbors or just the concern that, so is basically the firewall that you have between you and another user, is that is that really kind of I know you mentioned, so basically there's like different levels of for the VM, but at the most fundamental, is that really at the container level? Is that how you kind of is that kind of your the firewall that each user has from, that separates one from the next?
You can have a different set of users for the each PDBs.
Got it.
So there are certain users who are only have the access of that particular PDBs and that particular schema,
Okay.
and few users can have whole access of the database, like the common users can use the PDB level as well and at the CDB level access. And there are certain level of users who are only access the PDBs, they don't have rights to access to the other PDBs.
Got it. Got it.
So there are uh, that we need to define at the user levels. So when we create a PDBs, we have the different set of users to
Okay.
allocate on and also the DBA services are differentiate between the different PDBs. We have a PDB level database administrator and PDB level developer user access.
Okay. All right. So I want to switch the conversation now um, from specifically about your presentation to the tour. And obviously, like this year, it's a virtual tour, and that's why we're doing this conversation via Zoom. But did you do the tour? Did you do the Yatra tour last year?
Yes, I did the last Yatra tour last year. From
And
last,
which cities were you in?
uh, I went to the Gujarat, I went to the Mumbai, Pune, and Kolkata.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
and I know, I'm sure each city has its own speciality and everything, but if someone was a visitor coming to any of these places, like pick one city and just say, tell us like one food or one experience you should say, if you come here, you have to do this. What will that be?
So each city has their own cushions, and
Uh-huh.
uh, you say that India is a variety of food and
Uh-huh.
culture.
Yes.
So every city, every state has their own culture.
Uh-huh.
So in Gujarat, when you go to over there, you can have food called undiu. So undiu is the
Do you?
famous dish over there. So you can have there, and there are you might heard about the fafda and jalebi. So Gujarat
Okay.
is famous for fafda and jalebi in the breakfast.
Okay.
So you can have that in the breakfast. So likewise in Pune and Mumbai, the poha is very famous. Vada pav is very famous. So if you are
Okay.
not having a vada pav, then your visit is not complete in Mumbai.
Okay. All
So
right.
this is what Mumbaikar calls. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So and about I went to the Hyderabad as well. So Hyderabad is famous of biryani.
But yeah,
So you can have
that's
biryani
one.
over
That
there.
is one food I am familiar with.
Yeah.
All right,
So every set of cultures have different set of food and cultures.
got it. Okay. Well, Chandan, it's been a real pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for sharing, and all the best with your presentation.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Javed.